Hey guys, how are you all doing? You're welcome to Source TV. So today I'm going to be talking about Tinubu Manifesto, the presidential candidate of All Progressive Congress. Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu released his manifesto ahead of campaign flagging off the proper campaign for 2023 presidential election. And the manifesto is a kind of detailed one and a long manifesto at that. So it is quite possible that we may not be able to pick one or two things that he said is trying to do in the manifesto. So we are going to be picking it one by one, point by point, so we can all understand what the manifesto is all about. So this is Bola Tinubu's manifesto, the APC's manifesto. So one of the points in the manifesto is provision of security. So according to the manifesto he released, said we shall deliver bold and assertive security measures to enable a strong yet adaptive national security architecture that will obliterate terror, kidnapping, banditry, violent crime from the face of our nation. So basically this is trying to say that, is going to come up with solutions for security. Nigeria today, we have a lot of security issues, especially security is one of our major problems. Talking about terrorism, talking about banditry, talking about kidnapping, and a whole lot of other things that is actually unheard of, talking about security. So we have a lot of security issues, and this is Bola Tinubu saying he is going to work closely with Senator Shettima to resolve the security challenges in the country. So we hope they are going to do it. So that's the main point that was released as regards security. So the next one is job creation. We shall build a Nigeria where sufficient jobs with decent wages create a better life for all and a future promise for our youth. So this is another promise for job creation. So this is the APC presidential candidate Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu saying is going to create more jobs for the youths, and the youths are definitely going to get jobs. How he wants to do it, we don't know, but we all know that unemployment is also one of the major challenges in Nigeria, and that is why we have, a lot of people committing crime, all in the name of doing fraud, all in the name of getting money. So job creation, if that one can be done, is really going to go a long way for the nation at large and the youth at large. Nigeria is a country where we have a lot of youths, and youths need job to get engaged. And talking about busy youths, when youths are engaged, when youths have reasonable jobs and they are well paid, that is when we can really talk about development. So the next thing on the manifesto is revival of manufacturing industry and industrialization. So I think this part is just trying to link it with job creation. It says we shall revive our manufacturing industries and place Nigeria back on the path of industrialization and job creation. So this is basically reviving, Bola Tinubu talking about reviving industrialization. We have a lot of government agencies, industries that are no more functioning in Nigeria. So this is the APC presidential candidate talking about reviving all those companies, creating more companies, more industries, and thereby creating jobs for youths in the process. So revival of manufacturing industries and industrialization. So number four is electricity. This electricity part, I want you all to really listen to it very well. So we shall generate, transmit, and distribute sufficient and affordable electricity to drive businesses and brighten homes. This part, I was waiting for something like we shall provide constant 24 hours power supply, that kind of talk, as regards electricity, but this is talking about which it says we will create sufficient electricity, like no 24-hour supply, but at least you are going to get sufficient electricity to power businesses and also brighten homes. So that is clear enough, and this is one good thing about this manifesto, that there is no too much exaggeration, and this part tells you that this is not an exaggerated manifesto to appeal to emotions of Nigerians just to get votes, unlike what they did during the Buhari time. So let's continue. Production and manufacturing. Number 5, production and manufacturing. It says we shall manufacture, produce and market increased quantities of essential goods and services we require. Nigeria shall be known as a nation of creators, not just consumers. So now, talking about manufacturing, in Nigeria today, we all know that even toothpick, we don't manufacture in Nigeria. A lot of things that we are supposed to be manufacturing in Nigeria, we don't manufacture them. So this is the APC presidential candidate telling Nigerians that they are going to create more of manufacturing companies. Things that we are supposed to be manufacturing in Nigeria are going to things that are supposed to be manufactured in Nigeria are going to be manufactured in Nigeria, and that is what they are going to do. And Nigeria is going to be back into the country that manufacture things and export to other countries other than importing goods. And also this is basically a very important part. So going forward, number 6, prioritizing agriculture. So in the manifesto, it says we shall deliver food security and affordability by continuing to prioritize agriculture. So talking about agriculture now, Nigeria, we depend largely on oil now, crude oil. Even the crude oil itself, we are not making good use of it. It doesn't even look like we are an oil producing nation, because we are not really enjoying it. So talking about agriculture now, this is the APC presidential candidate saying that they are going to prioritize agriculture, and probably Nigeria is going to go back to producing more agricultural products that will be sufficient for us and will be enough for us to actually export and sell to other countries. So moving forward, talking about infrastructure. Under infrastructure, in the manifesto, it says we shall modernize and expand public infrastructure to stimulate economic growth at an optimal rate. Modernizing the existing infrastructure we have on ground now, and you'd agree with me that this part of infrastructure is what Buhari administration has really tried on, and even Buhari himself, when he comes out to talk, we always talk about infrastructure. So this is the APC presidential candidate talking about modernizing infrastructure. Probably this rail line that Buhari administration was able to do, we are going to have a security architecture that can actually, it's security architecture for the rail line, maybe installing CCTV cameras or whatever in a way whereby the rail line are going to be more secured. So going forward, we have number 8, we have encourage political participation of youths and women. So this part, encouraging political participation, is for no really. So number 9, harnessing digitalization and entertainment. So it says we shall harness emerging sectors such as digital economy, entertainment, tourism, and sports to build the today and the Nigeria of tomorrow. So this is talking about the government being serious with entertainment, harnessing entertainment for the benefit of the country, contributing to sports and all of that. So those are normal things. So we have supporting people with disabilities. So It says, we shall trade and give economic opportunity to people with disabilities, the poor and the vulnerable. So the government is promising to give support to people with disabilities, the poor, through various means. The means that they are going to use to do that has not been explained yet, but it's in the manifesto that they are going to provide support for the poor and the vulnerable. So let's continue. The last but not the least, that's number 11. The 11th item on the manifesto is creating affordable healthcare, and simply put, we shall make affordable healthcare, education and housing accessible for all. So because in Nigeria today, a lot of doctors are traveling out of Nigeria. The hospitals, no equipment, even the manpower are not being well taken care of. So people are dying, and we have our politicians going abroad, to take care of themselves. So this is really a pathetic situation. We really need to actually touch on that. And in this manifesto, the health part was not really given a proper treatment anyways, and that is the last item on the manifesto. So if you are able to study the manifesto very well, point by point, you will know that all these things that I've highlighted are the main points that the presidential candidate Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu is promising Nigeria to do when he gets elected to become the president of Nigeria. And to me, I feel like this manifesto is just a surface summary of what they want to do, if I thought they are going to do it. So guys, that is like the breakdown of Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu's manifesto. I would like you to share your thoughts on this manifesto. What do you think about this manifesto? Do you think this manifesto is convincing enough for Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu to actually earn the vote of Nigerians come 2023 election? Or do you think this is just a surface manifesto and we really need to hear from other candidates to be able to know who we are going to vote for? So at the end of the day, I would like to encourage everyone to vote right, vote for the right candidate, vote according to your conscience and according to your mind, not according to what you are given or according to your stomach. Till I come your way again, my name is Adekunle Jelly. Bye for now.